Okay, here is Carlton's 2024 season preview. And it all starts on Friday, March 8th, which is a week from today. It is Brisbane Lions at the Gabba versus the Blues. This is a 7:40 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time start. So it's 6:40 local time. I am actually tipping Brisbane to win on the back of our pre-season form. Yeah, I don't see us getting the points up there, unfortunately. Which is a different story for round one, Thursday, March 14, 7:30 p.m. start. Carlton versus Richmond at the MCG. I don't think Richmond are going to have a good year. So I expect the Blues to win comfortably in that one. Round 3, North Melbourne versus Carlton at Marvel Stadium. This is a 4:20 p.m. start. Again, we're on daylight savings time for this. So the Good Friday game, Carlton to beat North Melbourne quite easily in that. Then we move on to Gabba round. So round 4, Saturday, April 6th, a 4:20 p.m. start. It'll be a 3:50 p.m. start local time in Adelaide. It's the Fremantle Dockers up against the Blues, and I expect the Blues to get the job done in that one. To a game that I am actually going to, round 5, Saturday, April 13, Carlton versus the Adelaide Crows at Marvel Stadium. This is a 4:35 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So we're out of daylight savings from this stage onwards. The Blues to get the job done comfortably over the Crows in this one. Comfortably. It'll be a good game. I expect Adelaide to make the 8, but being at Marvel Stadium, I think the Blues will get the job done. Round 6, Carlton versus GWS at Marvel Stadium. A 4:35 p.m. start. Given that it's at Marvel Stadium, I do rate the Giants. I think they're in for a great year. I think I have them finishing about 5th. So, yeah, Carlton to get the job done over the Giants at Marvel Stadium. On to Easter weekend. This is Saturday, April 27. 4:35 p.m. start. It's Geelong versus Carlton at the MCG. I like the Blues at the MCG this year. I think we're going to get some wins there. So I'm actually going to tip the Blues to beat the Cats in this one. On to the big one. This is going to be absolutely massive. And I will point out, it's a 7:40 p.m. start. So we've moved from 7:50 to 7:40. I think it's a little bit pointless. It's to try and make it a little bit more family friendly, because there are a lot of complaints with the 7:50 p.m. starts. Taking kids, catching public transport home, just not family friendly. So 7:40, I think it should be 7:30 p.m. starts. Channel 7 can have their news between 6 and 7 p.m. Kick-off coverage at 7 o'clock with the first bounce at 7:30 p.m. So yeah, that's where I think it should be at. I don't think 10 minutes makes much difference whatsoever. Carlton versus Collingwood at the MCG. I am going to this game, even though I don't have a ticket yet, but when they go on sale, I will definitely get one. I won't be going to the return bout later in the season, as it will be a Collingwood home game, given this is a Carlton home game. Definitely getting on board. I don't know who's going to win. I can't pick a winner. I don't know where we're going to be at by this stage, round 8. But it should be an absolutely beauty. Likewise, as we get into a Thursday night game for round 9, Thursday, May 9, Carlton versus Melbourne at the MCG. It's a 7:30 p.m. start. Again, I can't tip a winner. Likewise, with round 10, Friday, May 17, a 7:40 p.m. start. Sydney versus Carlton at the SCG. I hate the SCG. I just think the Swans usually have our measure up there. We have won a few games Again, I don't know what sort of form we're going to be in by this stage, but at this stage, I'm going to say Sydney, simply because it is at the SCG. On to round 11, Carlton versus the Gold Coast Suns at Marvel Stadium. This is a 1:45 p.m. start, again on a Saturday, May 25th. Carlton versus the Gold Coast Suns at Marvel Stadium. The Blues to get the job done. I think the Gold Coast will have a relatively good year. I've got them finishing 9th, just being short of a finals berth. That could even be on percentage. Round 12, Thursday, May 30th, Port Adelaide versus Carlton at the Adelaide Oval. Not sure if I'm going to this because I am going over for Gather Round, so I might just stay home for this one. Yeah, Carlton to get the job done. I don't rate Port Adelaide. But given that it's over there, it might be Gather Round last year where we played the Crows and got absolutely thumped. We'll see how we go, but at this stage I'm going to say Carlton to win. King's birthday round. Round 13, Sunday, June 9. So this is the night before the King's birthday public holiday in Victoria. A 7:20 p.m. start. It is Essendon versus Carlton at the MCG. I am not going to this game. I refuse to go to Essendon versus Carlton games. Similar to my stance with Carlton versus Collingwood. If it was a Carlton home game, I still wouldn't go. I actually regard Essendon supporters as the most feral for Carlton supporters. So I just don't go to Essendon games anymore. That's where I sit with that. Having said that, Essendon to finish 16th on the ladder is where we had them earlier. Brad Scott to be under pressure for his job. I actually expect him to get sacked at some stage this year. I think that's how bad things are going to get for Essendon. The media are going to have a field day with this club this year. Carlton comfortably over the Bombers. Round 15, Carlton versus Geelong for the second time. It's a Friday night game, a 7:40 p.m. start. Again, I like the Blues at the MCG, so Carlton to win this one. Then from round 16 onwards, we've got dates and times to be confirmed. So I'll just run through these quickly. Richmond versus Carlton, it is at the MCG. Again, the Blues because it is at the MCG. To a game that I think will drop, the Giants and the Blues for round 17. It's a Giants stadium. I think we'll drop this one. That's pretty much where I sit at this stage with that. Round 18, the Western Bulldogs versus Carlton at Marvel Stadium. Again, dates and times to be confirmed. Carlton to get the job done over the Bulldogs. Round 19, we're being gifted a second game against North Melbourne. This is at Marvel Stadium. Carlton comfortably. Round 20, Carlton versus Port Adelaide at Marvel Stadium. Yep, the Blues to get the job done there. The return game, which I am not going to, between Collingwood and Carlton at the MCG for round 21. Again, can't pick a winner. It really depends. It's way too early in the season to be trying to tip a winner in this game. So yeah, let's just leave it at that. Round 22, Carlton versus Hawthorn at the MCG. Once again, I love the Blues at the MCG. We're going to win a lot of games there this year. So the Hawks still, sort of in that rebuilding phase. So the Blues to get the job done comfortably over there. To a trip I am very, very much looking forward to in round 23. West Coast Eagles versus Carlton at Optus Stadium. The Blues to get the job done there, but I am so looking forward to my first experience at Optus Stadium. It looks amazing, and I'm looking forward to the lights in particular. Fingers crossed that it is actually a night game. And to our only meeting to finish off the home and away season, the only meeting between the Blues and the Saints. How odd. as far as fixturing goes. This is at Marvel Stadium, again, date and time to be confirmed, but the Blues to get the job done comfortably over the Saints, and by this stage I would think we are pretty much cementing a place in the top four. I've got us finishing second. As far as our finals campaign goes, I've got some thoughts on that, and that's coming up next.